Pride, tradition, heart-pounding action, heart-pounding action, gut-wrenching play, gut-wrenching, bone-rattling thrills. North Laurel football is now on the air with our team of broadcast pros, Joel, Adam, and Jerry. Presented by London Power Equipment, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Jimmy Storm, EC Porter IGA, Second Mile Behavioral Health, XL Physical Therapy, Laurel County Sheriff John Root. Also thanks to Gondolier Italian Restaurant, Petrie Dental Services, Heaven's Hour on your radio, and Fat Butts Barbecue. Now, from our team to your home, here's game action from the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
At Second Mile Behavioral Health, we're here for you in every way possible. We're trained professionals in the mental health field, and we care. We believe in targeted case management and community support. We assess cases like mental health, substance abuse, parenting, anger management, and domestic violence. We take your needs seriously. You can find us on social media or go to secondmilebehavioral.com. Our phone number, 606-657-5504. Matthew chapter 5, verse 41 says, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him too." That's us, Second Mile Behavioral Health.
XL Physical Therapy at 87 CVB Drive in London. Eliminate pain, improve mobility. We even offer stroke recovery, sports recovery, and we can help you avoid surgery in some cases. Take it from someone who knows. XL Physical Therapy is the best around. Phone 606-877-4673 or find XL Physical Therapy on Facebook. Let Tanya and her staff of caring professionals at XL Physical Therapy take care of you. Since 2010, John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff, now ready to serve in their new location at 1380 East Highway 192 in London, Monday through Friday 8 to 4. John Root, providing a safe, secure place for the residents of and visitors to our fine county of Laurel, and he proudly supports all area youth activities. At EC Porter IGA in London, owners Stuart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business. And because of that commitment, they've taken great care of generations of local grocery customers. EC Porter IGA in East London on 4th Street, where we love our local student athletes and their families. Hey everyone, join Heaven's Hour with Elijah Jervis, Ethan Eversole, Jonathan Gibson, and J.J. Combs each Saturday at 9 a.m. on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London, and on Facebook and YouTube, where we break down the Word and bring it to life for you with Bible-based preaching and teaching for this generation. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Heaven's Hour each Saturday at 9, with an encore presentation at 9 p.m. on Sunday nights on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London. At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5. With options for financing, we are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
Who doesn't love a smile? At Dr. William Todd Petrie Dental, we care about you. While comparing costs for dental services, always read the fine print. At Petrie Dental, there are no hidden costs, and we are now accepting new patients. Plus, most major insurances are taken. Free exams, high-quality dentures. Don't wait. Petrie Dental, north of London on US 25, 606-843-6476. A proud supporter of North Laurel. Fat Butts Barbecue has a new location in London, just north of the Kentucky State Police Post. Find our amazing menu on Facebook and online at fatbuttsbbq.com. That's PHATBUTTZBBQ.com. Whether it's a hankin' for some loaded nachos or pulled pork or sliced beef, also don't forget our delicious blown-up burnt-ends and our outstanding ranch-based potato salad. There are so many mouth-watering menu items you'll just have to taste and see for yourself. Fat Butts, lunch or dinner, US 25 north of London in the Pittsburgh Plaza. Phone 606-712-4026.
Good evening. Welcome into North Laurel. We get to the first vote between the visiting South Laurel Cardinals and the North Laurel. We talked for about 2 weeks about this game. One of the most important games in this game for North Laurel.
Yeah, this is do or die time for North Laurel. This is your last real meaningful game before you head to the playoffs. The stakes are very high. You win tonight, you have a home playoff game. You're guaranteed at least one home playoff game, and you're guaranteed to not be in the same pot as Pulaski County when it comes to round 3. So it's imperative for both of these teams. None of these teams will run back into South Laurel.
The National Federation of State High School Association, Kentucky High School Athletic Association, and Laurel County Schools require officials to enforce sportsmanship rules. The development of sportsmanship is an important objective of Laurel County Schools. Participants have worked hard to teamwork, respect, responsibility, and respected. As parents, caregivers, it's our responsibility to follow.
Going 92. Their offense ranks 4th in 5A at 39.8 points a ball game. Defense ranks 2nd in 5A, only allowing the 13.8 points a ball game. Two very, very good defensive teams on the field tonight. South Laurel is led by number 7, Mason Griffin. He's 171 for 242 on passing at completion rate of 71%, 3 interceptions, 22 touchdowns. I mean, that's just ridiculous. We thought we saw a really good quarterback in Anderson last week. We got another one tonight.
Yeah, and we saw Anderson absolutely pick North Laurel apart on defense all night long, caused them a whole lot of trouble. Anytime they made any adjustments to the zones, Pulaski County knew exactly what counter it was, and only a good quarterback allows you to do that. So South Laurel has much the same. We'll see what North Laurel is going to do with their zones to try to cause trouble for Griffin. And I believe, Joe, a lot of that pressure, a lot of the where you're going to make the trouble for Griffin is pushing the pocket on him, whether that's from his left, right, or center, one of those places. The defensive line has got to put pressure on him, get him uncomfortable, get him off his spots, and impact his decision-making with the threat of being hit.
Yeah, our defensive line last week never, ever got any pressure on Anderson. And you take a quarterback of his caliber and in giving him all day back there, listen, I mean, you're going to get picked apart.
Yeah.
And North's defense, they got to get back there. They got to apply some pressure. They got to put some hits on Mason Griffin, excuse me.
Yeah, and that's right. And you're saying it don't matter who you got in coverage, don't matter how fast your players are, how smart they are. If you're not able to put pressure on the quarterback, he's going to pick you apart, especially with a team that runs a whole lot of zone coverage like North Laurel.
South Laurel's led in rushing by number 3, Wes Dow, 114 carries for 851 yards, 20 touchdowns, averaging 94.6 yards a game. Right behind him is number 32, Noah Eisen, 10 carries, 175 yards, and 3 touchdowns. And Mason Griffin, you'll see him carry it, not a lot, 36 carries for 63 yards on the season. They've got just a great receiving core as well. They've got number 10, Garrison Brown, 41 catches for 693 yards. Carter Kelly, former North Laurel kid, 45 catches for 606 yards. Wes Dow, 542 yards. Elijah Roark, 240. Gunnar Williams, 210. 5 players with over 200 yards in receiving yards. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, that's some ridiculous numbers.
Yeah, you don't see that at the high school level. A team that can throw the ball like South Laurel can, and that has been the Achilles heel for North Laurel. It's going to be a pretty hard matchup for them, trying to limit these wide receivers.
And looking at their defense, South ranks second in 5A with 8 sacks a game. They're led by number 34, Malachi Smith, with 110 tackles. Number 24, Tim Thompson with 96, and Micah Smith with 95.
Yeah, so it's going to be up to your big offensive line tonight, down a starter, try to keep the pressure off Jude McCorder. And what that makes me think, Joel, is they're going to try to lean on that running game a whole lot tonight to try to keep those pass rushers pinned back, because when you get them in obvious passing situations and they don't have to play the run, those pass rushers are able to pin their ears back, as they say, and put a whole lot of pressure on your quarterback because they don't have to worry about playing the run.
North Laurel coming in with a record of 6-2, 2 losses to Pulaski County and to Corbin. Both losses coming right here in the jungle. Perfect on the road this year. North Laurel averaging 21 points a game, giving up only 14 on the ground, averaging 209 yards, giving up 99 through the air, 108, and allowing through the air 129 yards. Jude McCorder, 65 of 105 with a 62% completion rate. Only 2 interceptions on the year with 7 touchdowns. Jude McCorder is leading rusher as well on this team, 118 carries for 715 yards. Right behind him is Cooper Robinson, 140 carries for 704 yards. These two teams have met 29 times, with North Laurel winning 17 to South Laurel's 12. Also, North Laurel's defense is ranked 3rd in 5A, right behind South Laurel, being in the 3rd position. All right, we're ready for kickoff. North Laurel will be taking the ball first. South Laurel deferred to the second half. Jude McCorder, Cooper Robson back deep. North Laurel in the blue pants and green jerseys. South Laurel black pants and white jerseys. Line drive kick right up the gut. Robinson takes it at the 25, out to the 30. And he's hit, falls forward, and he's out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for North Laurel.
All right, and your big key to the game tonight for North Laurel is staying ahead of those chains, whether that's through the run, or, trying to break some tendencies. I think that's the big thing we want to see from them tonight, is not be too obvious in these first and second downs. Let's not, don't look like you're going to run it all the time in first and second down.
1st and 10 from North Laurel's 35-yard line. And we got flags already.
Not sure what this.
Illegal substitution for against North Laurel.
Before we even took a snap on offense. I don't know about that.
I
didn't see what the illegal substitution was, but they saw it.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I hope this game is not dictated by the flags.
I know it.
Let these two teams play. Crosstown rivals. McCorder going under center. Robinson gets it, running left. Breaks a tackle, gets across the 30, out to the 35, to the 37-yard line. Nice pickup right there by Cooper Robinson. Gain of 8 on the play.
Right, dig yourself out of that hole a little bit here. You gain 8 yards, put yourself in a 2nd and 8. And that's something we're going to see a whole lot tonight. I believe they're going to try to run the ball. This is a smaller South Laurel defensive line. They believe their big boys up front can dominate this South Laurel front.
It appears that we've got a little bit of size on them, so we should, this is a good offensive line. McCorder back under center. Back to Robinson right up the middle, across the 40, out to the 44-yard line. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Good runs here early on. And tonight, North Laurel's down the starting right guard, Colton Prime, not in the game tonight. He's out. They've got Reese Sutton, the starting defensive tackle, the great starting defensive tackle for North Laurel. He's in there at right guard tonight.
He's going to move some bodies.
Yeah, he is.
3rd and 1 for North Laurel. One man split out wide right. McCorder back under center. Robson gets it right up the gut, across the 45, out to the 49. First down, North Laurel.
Very impressive here early on. That first set of downs, North Laurel was able to run from first and 15 all the way up into a first down. Great job, and a lot of runs there on the left, off the left tackle. I think we saw 3 straight over there, so that's where they're going to attack early here. Try to set them up on the left side and maybe start running some stuff backside to the right side.
First and 10, North Laurel. A quarter back under center. Right back to Robinson running right. Cuts up the middle. Gets out to the South Laurel 45-yard line. Pickup is 6 on the play. We're going to see powerhouse football right now. And, you hit on it. Our offensive line, they're going to be pushing this South Laurel defensive line backwards.
Right. Yeah, and we have this is a very big North Laurel team compared to a lot of other high school teams. This team is really big, and they're causing South Laurel a lot of trouble up front early on.
2nd and 4 for the Jaguars. One wide out to the near field. McCorder back under center. Right back to Robson, trying to get outside, and we've got whistles, and we got flags on the ground.
With it being called so early there, you think this is some kind of either a false start or encroachment?
Probably a false start, more than likely. No, it's going to go get South.
Oh.
Offsides, South Laurel.
Yeah.
First down, North Laurel.
Oh, you had a player for South Laurel lined up offside somewhere, and that run was still going places. They had it blocked so well out in front, even with the violation being committed.
I really like what I'm seeing out of this first drive out of North Laurel.
Oh, yeah.
McCorder back under center. Right back to Robinson. Trying to cut outside. Gets about 4 on the play. And they back it up 1, give them 3. Nope. A sidestep and gave them 4. I was watching the official on the far sideline. He originally gave him 4. They stepped back to 3. Then he stepped back to 4.
Yeah. And the North Laurel offensive line, you got to give a call to them here early on. Guys like Zach Philpott, Asher Edwards, Peyton Collins, they're all playing extremely good up front, pushing the line of scrimmage.
Second down for the Jaguars. McCorder back under center. Right back to Robson up the gut. And not much there. Pickup of about 2 on the play.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 for the Jaguars. 0-0 here early in the first quarter.
It's the first time we've ever seen really any resistance so far by South Laurel against that running game. It's the first negative play that North has had.
On that last play, they brought their linebackers up on the line.
Yeah.
McCorder back of the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And we got a quick timeout by Nelson. Play clock was down to about 3 and had to avoid that delay of game there.
Yeah, I just hate to. Well, look, they're in kind of this mode where they're probably going to throw it here on this 3rd and 5 more than likely.
At EC Porter IGA in London, owner Stewart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business, and because of that commitment, they've taken great care of the generations of local grocery customers. IGA in East London on 4th Street. We love our local student athletes. At London Power Equipment, power means power. And getting to know Brad and Jessica Baker and their friendly staff equals savings for you. Now supplying Ferris products along with other awesome lines. We're your power source. LPE proudly supports our local athletes. John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff for the past 15 years, and he gladly supports all of our area student athletes. Check out their new location at 1380 East Highway 192. 3rd and 4 for North Laurel. McCorder staying back in the shotgun. Robinson right behind him. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Blitz coming. Robinson gets it. Sidesteps out to the 30-yard line, and he's going to be about a yard shy of the first down marker. I think you go for it right here.
Oh, yeah, you go for it. You really don't have to kick it right now. And this is a rivalry game. You're in plus territory. Take the chance. You're if you punt it here, you're probably going to put them at about somewhere around the 15. So the field position advantage is not worth it. It's time to go for it. Be aggressive, especially in this fourth and really, really short.
Just got to get a big push right here from this offensive line. You see them probably stack it up, be running to the right side. South Laurel's bringing everybody up on that line. McCorder going to get it. And he dives forward, and that's going to be enough for North Laurel first down.
There we saw North Laurel's version of the push that you see on Sundays from time to time.
And we did not get a penalty called. We didn't get a penalty called like we did in Lawrence County.
Like we did in Lawrence County. Yeah, I'm glad they ran that again. I think that it kind of scared the coaching staff away from it. It's like, what? This is a penalty? Yeah, that is not a penalty. You can do that, and I'm glad to see them using it because that is a very hard play to stop.
1st and 10, North Laurel from the South Laurel 28-yard line. McCorder back under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Robson, cuts up the middle, all the way down to the 20-yard line. He's going to be about a yard and a half shy of the first down. Another big run by Cooper Robinson.
Yeah, and you're seeing holes cleared left and right for Cooper Robinson. They are very big. And that time you had the right guard. That's going to be Reese Sutton over there who was causing some of those, making some of those holes over there. And this defensive line for South Laurel, they are having a hard time. This is the defensive line kind of not being able to get any penetration and push anybody around.
2nd and about 2 for North Laurel. McCorder keeps it, running to the left, and he is going to have another North Laurel first down, all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And that's the formation that we see North Laurel come into in their short yardage situations, that 3 tight ends, 3 bigger players on the left side of the line behind the line of behind the left guard and left tackle, and it worked right there, got them a first down.
This is what we used to see here at North Laurel, smash mouth football.
Right.
McCorder back under center. One wide out right back to Robson. Going to cut it to the outside. Cuts it back upfield, and we're going to have a holding on North Laurel. Number 22, I think they're going to nail Brody Pruitt for that.
So
and they do.
You got it exactly right.
That one was pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. And he had been beat and, tried. It was a takedown. So that's going to be a hold every time. Very unfortunate break there for North Laurel.
Backs it all the way up to the 26-yard line. Remains first down for North Laurel. Quarter's going to be in the gun. 2 receivers left and 1 to the far side. Robinson, now they're switching. Braxton Fultz over to the right. So we got 2 on the right, 1 on the left. Robinson behind him. Quarter's going to keep it. Going right up the gut. Picks up about 3 on the play. Second and about 17 for North Laurel.
Joey had Braden Fultz all the way up, almost to the line to gain with his helmet ripped off. I'm not sure exactly what happened. You had a big reaction out of South Laurel's crowd over there, too.
Quarter, staying back in the shotgun. Robinson behind him. 2 receivers left and 2 rights. Quarter dropping back, looking to pass. Steps up in the pocket, throws it deep in the end zone, and he overthrows his intended receiver. Brings up third down for the Jaguars.
That time he had Braxton Fultz streaking down the middle of South Laurel's defense. He was open enough, just missed it just by a little bit.
I like this uniform combination North Laurel has on tonight. The green jerseys and the blue pants. Pretty sharp.
Yeah, it is.
Third down. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Robinson behind him. Quarter takes a snap, dropping back, looking to pass. He's on the move. He's going to tuck it. He's going to run. Cuts it back upfield. And he's back to about the original line of scrimmage, brings up 4th and about 10.
Yeah, really. Jude did not have a whole lot open downfield right there and was able to scramble out and at least get him back to the original line of scrimmage. And now it's decision time. You know, they've got another.
You don't have. No,
I guess not enough.
You don't have.
This
is not a decision. You got to go for it.
There you go.
We have Cam Anderson. It's an easy decision.
I got you.
4th and 10 for North Laurel. North Laurel showing 2 receivers left and 2 right. Quarter takes a snap, dropping back and looking to pass. Throwing over here to the end zone, and it's intercepted. And South Laurel is going to take over about the 2-yard line. You know, it's okay. That pass was underthrown right there. It wasn't a very good pass, but yet we've talked about it before. Okay, if you turn it over, pin them deep, we pin them deep.
Yeah, that's kind of an arm punt, if you will. You have a chance at catching a touchdown there if your receiver's able to come up with the play. If not, he makes the tackle like they did there. That's perfectly executed. You couldn't have punted it any better than that, putting them just around the 4-yard line, really back, making it limiting what South Laurel can do on offense, being backed up against their own end zone like this.
1st and 10, South Laurel from their own 2-yard line. Griffin back in the gun. Takes a snap, looking to pass. And I tell you, he had his receiver open, number 12, Kelly Carter, but Carter never even turned around and looked for the ball.
Yeah, it hit him. It went behind him. The ball did, yeah. It was a missed throw. But I think that if he put it on target, he had Cooper Robinson backing up right into the lane there, maybe he would have picked it off.
South Laurel sending 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Griffin back in the gun. Showing blitz. And we've got flags. False start, South Laurel. So back it up with 1 yard, put them on the 1.
And as an offense, you can gamble on the snap count and go a little bit early and gamble on the false start, because if you get penalized for it, it doesn't back you up that far. So North Laurel, South Laurel will be going early.
2nd and 11 for the Cardinals. Dow to the left. And we've got we've got okay, South Laurel's wanting a flag there. Did they get it? Yes, they did get it. But did we not have something on the line? Because we had movement everywhere. We had offense moving and defense moving up here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. I don't know how you can't call that on the false start right there on South Laurel.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what they missed down here. I'm with you. They should have called something, but they did. They pinned North Laurel with a PI down the field. Thankfully, it's not a spot foul, but it did give them an automatic first down.
1st and 10, South Laurel from the 16-yard line. Griffin takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Open across the middle. No.
Man.
Well, listen, that's just a case of hearing footsteps right there. Leach just could not look that one in. Is that Leach? No, it's number 5, Roark. He hit him right in the numbers, but I think he, heard footsteps. They know North Laurel is a physical football team.
Yeah, they don't want to take any contact over the middle.
2nd and 10. Griffin trying to get a hard snap there. That's something we've seen North do, bite on that several times this year. Man in motion, coming back behind. Griffin, 2 receivers left and right. Dow gets it right up the middle, and he's drugged down right there at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd and 10, South Laurel.
That's big number 75, Reese Sutton, man.
That's your man right there.
Havoc. Yeah, he's been kind of quiet the last 2 or 3 games, but not tonight. And he's going to have to play both ways. He really doesn't do that a whole lot. So see how that impacts him, but it didn't impact it too much right there.
South Laurel showing 1 receiver right and left. Griffin takes it, looking to throw. He's got a man open deep, and he is wide open, and it's complete down at the 50-yard line. What a throw and catch right there from Griffin to Carter Kelly.
Yeah. Carter Kelly just got behind Peyton Roberts there. Peyton Roberts wasn't able to stay with him on that, 3rd and 10. Whatever it was, he must have been on something underneath, and Carter Kelly was able to beat him over top, and it just took – and that was still a great throw by Griffin. He was wide open, but Griffin still had to hit him and hit him perfect.
I was watching warm-ups, and that was something that Griffin was just hitting on every single pass. He's really smooth. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Dow to the left of Griffin. Griffin's going to take it, and it's complete out to Dow, and it's going to be a short gain of 3 for South Laurel.
Yeah, and good tackle there by Cooper Robinson. That time he was charged with covering that flat, saw the running back. Really, if they had handed it off there, that would have been a big gain. But he had the running back run a little flat route to the left, and Cooper made a good tackle.
2nd and 7 for the Cardinals. 3 receivers to the right. Griffin takes the snap, gets it off to Dow, right up the middle, out to the 40, down to the 39-yard line. Pickup of about 4 for South Laurel, brings up 3rd and 3.
This is not a primary run team either. South Laurel, they want to throw the ball, but because they are so good at throwing the ball, the run game is open for them underneath because of the kind of coverages you have to play to stop the pass.
3rd and 3 for the Cardinals. 2 receivers left and right. Man in motion to the left. Griffin calls for the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. North Laurel is bringing the dogs. Griffin's got room to run. He's going to cross the 40, and he's going to be knocked out right at the 35-yard line. That'll be enough for a South Laurel first down.
Yep. And that time you had a couple North Laurel defenders bearing down on him, just could not run him down. Those defensive linemen are a little bit slower than the quarterback, just could not get him on the ground, and he was able to roll out here. And see, North Laurel here early on, they're running man-to-man coverage, so these runs are going to be a little bit easier for Griffin, these quarterback runs.
1st and 10, South Laurel. Griffin is complete at the 35 and knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. On the reception, number 10, Garrison Brown.
We talk about space all the time and giving too much of it. That time they went back to zone, and you had guys backing up just a little bit too far.
2nd and 5 for the Cardinals. Looking at the same thing right here. And it's complete at the 28. And he's going to be taken down right at the 28. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2. And here again, they've done some good scouting. They saw what happened last week, and South Laurel's coming out and doing the same thing that Pulaski did to us last week.
Yep, attacking where the zones are not.
3rd and 2, South Laurel. You got to get up on them. Griffin takes the snap, gives it to Dow, gets to the outside, gets to the first down marker. But I tell you what, that second effort right there, diving forward, gave him the first down for the Cardinals.
Yep, and you had, I believe that was Cooper Robinson was in the area trying to stop him from getting any farther, and had him run down to the edge, and that second effort you're talking about got him the first down.
1st and 10, South Laurel from the 25. 2 receivers left and 2 right. Dow to the right of Griffin. Griffin takes the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, looking for the corner, and overthrows his intended receiver for Carter Kelly. Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
And South Laurel, they're taking a lot of shots. That's our 3rd pass of 20 yards or more that they've taken. So North Laurel, the back end of your defense, has got to step up.
Griffin with a high snap. It's complete down at the 22. To Kelly, and he's taken down at the 18-yard line. I think you saw North Laurel taking a little bit of aggression, anger out on those hits right there on Kelly.
Right, yeah, right. Their former teammate who was an excellent wide receiver for this team last year, you had 4 or 5 different Jags just lay one on him there.
3rd and about 3 for the Cardinals. 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. And we've got a quick timeout. South Laurel
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Tonight's
Jared,
game are the WYT
here again. We're seeing tonight what we saw last week. I think really North Laurel's got to make those adjustments. We've got to get our corners up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you do, and you've got to play tight coverage on them. But see, the deal is, the South Laurel is taking a lot of shots deep, so you're almost scared to play that close because you're afraid you're going to get burnt, kind of like you did over here with Carter Kelly. That's the chess match that's going on, is when do you come up, when do you go down. And see, we saw one of these passes over here with Colton Gilbert out in coverage, and he was able to come down on top and, make, even though he gave up space, he reacted to the little flat route quick enough and got down to it. So that's something that South is doing a good job of, is spotting up in front of these zones. They've done that a couple times, finding, just pretty much go as deep as the zone is and turn back around. They've done that 2 or 3 times to them.
North Laurel on their first drive, they really put a good drive together. North Laurel's offense was doing what we thought they would do. And South Laurel made a few adjustments, really started bringing those linebackers up on the line to try to stop that big push. Unfortunately, costly penalty really hurt North's drive. Third and long 3. Dow gets it, and he's going to be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 4th and 3 for the Cardinals.
Good tackle there by the edge, Kingston Reeves, to keep that one from going much farther. That's his job when that run's coming at him. You've got to get off that block and make the tackle on Dowdle, and he did.
And right here, North Laurel's got to be patient.
Yep.
Watch the ball.
Yep. No,
don't listen.
Yep.
Because this will be a hard count. And Griffin takes it, dropping back, and it's complete out to Dow at the 20, dives forward, and that is going to be a turnover on downs.
Wow.
Big defensive series right here for North Laurel.
Yeah. And you had Cooper Robinson that time, was able to slow him down, missed the tackle initially, but slowed him down enough that you had Peyton Roberts come over and finish the play off and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Great job. That's the one time those spot zones really work, where you're just dropping back to the line to gain. And it worked out perfect right there. They played in the right spots and made the tackle. That's such a big deal, being able to play the right spot and make the tackle too.
North Laurel will take over on their own 19-yard line, 1st and 10. McCorder going under center. No, I'm sorry, back in the gun, running left. And we've got whistles. And the false start. North Laurel, why?
Who's jumping?
Guys, quit putting yourself in the hole.
Yeah, this is the 3rd time we've seen them start a drive, end up in a 1st and longer than 10. They overcome the first one, and the second one led to a turnover. These are, like we were talking about, you can't get behind the sticks. You can't do that if you expect to beat this South Laurel team.
And we've got whistles again. I don't think the
play clock didn't reset on this end over here, I don't think. The play clock is at 8 on the right side.
Now that's something, that the officials talking about. All right, 1st and 15 for North Laurel. McCorder keeps it, running left, gets out across the 15, 20. Dives forward out to about the 24-yard line. Pickup of about 9 on the play. 2nd and 6 for North Laurel. I like that play a lot because they key so much over there on that left side.
Yeah.
We've talked about we'd like to see them run it the opposite direction.
Yeah, that's right. Tendency breakers. Got to have them.
2nd and 5 for North Laurel. Robinson gets it, trying to get outside, cuts it back up the middle. Not much there. Going to give him about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 3 for North Laurel.
That's these are the kind of situations you want to keep yourself in if you're this North Laurel offense. Keep them in, inside of 4 yards to gain on 3rd down. these passes are very easy, and you're still open for the run game too if you're able to stay in these 3rd and 3. So good job there by the offense.
0-0 here early in the second quarter. North Laurel facing a 3rd and a long 2. 2 receivers to the right. Robinson behind McWhorter. Robinson gets it going right up the gut, and he is met by a wall of South Laurel defenders. Going to lose about 3 on the play.
Yeah, from this 4th and 6, man, I think you got a punt here. I don't think you can afford a turnover.
Those linebackers really shot the gaps right there and got to Robinson quick.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, McWhorter back in punt formation. Back deep for South Laurel be number 10, Garrison Brown, standing on his own 47-yard line. Good snap. Oh, a line drive punt, and it hits the back of the offensive line. And I tell you what, big break right there for South Laurel. That's not what you want to do right there. McWhorter just caught it low and just nailed the back of his offensive line.
Yeah, that was a good job by him to get back on top of that ball. Once he saw it was rolling around, didn't let him run it back for a touchdown. At least give your defense a chance to stop him. Man, that's a tough play right there. You have something like that happen, you might as well went for it. But those are, the kind of mistakes they're going to happen, and you just cannot have that in a game of this magnitude.
1st and 10 for South Laurel from the North Laurel 14-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Griffin calls for the ball. Man in motion to the right. Griffin dropping back, looking to pass. Looking in the corner end zone. He's got a man wide open. And it's caught. And touchdown, South Laurel. But we do have flags on the field. So we'll wait and see. Holding. Wow. So that one's going to be coming back.
Man, gosh, North Laurel is so fortunate because that was an absolute strike by Mason Griffin. Hitting in between the deep zone and the cloud flat on cover 2 in that area that's insane. That
brings up 1st and 20.
That was a great throw by Griffin. And that's something North Laurel, you can't really defend against that a whole lot unless you just can't. That's just a good throw. So, but fortunately, overturned.
Listen, I was watching Griffin in warm-ups. The kid, he's spot on. He can throw the football.
Yeah, that was a missile right there.
1st and 20. Griffin back in the shotgun, calls for it. It's completed at the 25. And staying on his feet is Carter Kelly. And it's going to be a short pickup of about 2 yards.
And on a 1st and 20, you're expecting the defense to back up and play back a whole lot, but North Laurel didn't right there. Actually played up on the line of scrimmage enough to stop a screen like that.
South Laurel going fast. Griffin is complete. All the way down to the 14-yard line. When you give that much room, it's pretty easy. You go, you pick up 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Yeah, you do. And you take them from, it's still 3rd and 9, very hard to convert, but a 3rd and 15 would have been a whole lot better if you played up to the line of scrimmage.
Watch his corner right down here at the far left, Carter Kelly. Griffin takes the snap, throws it across to the corner, and overthrows him. Brings up 4th and 9.
And that was that's on this left side, and they're rotating their defensive backs over on this left side, but North Laurel's having a hard time over here. I don't know exactly what's going on. They're having trouble on the left side of their defense is Jude and usually Colton Gilbert or Zarati's side over here.
North Laurel going to try a 30-yard field goal. Good snap. Kick is up and got it right down the gut. South Laurel takes a 3-0 lead. Friday Night Lights is brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and Jaguar Broadcasting Network alongside WJTE 98.5.
Dalrymple's kick is good for 3.
All right, North Laurel's got to come back and regroup. Put a real good solid drive here. Run a lot of time off. And, hang 6 on the board. Get that extra point.
That's what you want. You're exactly right, and they need to do that. You've had a couple possessions here that have not gone extremely great. So you got to get everything lined out and go put 6 on the board for sure.
Quarter Robinson back deep for the Jaguars. Line drive kick right up the middle. Robinson takes it at the 22, out to the 30, 35, 40. And he's knocked out of bounds about the 44-yard line. Good starting field position for North Laurel.
It felt like Cooper might break that one.
I tell
Robinson,
you, he was one player away.
One tackle away from stopping it. Yep.
Absolutely was. Now, North Laurel got to take advantage of this. Looks like we're having a little issue with the play clock. First and 10, North Laurel. Quarterback in the gun, takes the snap, Robinson, and nowhere to go right there. They're going to give him the original line of scrimmage and nothing else.
So now your South Laurel defensive line has stepped up in the interior. Now you got to start going to those other, some of the pass plays on 1st and 10 and 2nd and 10. And like you're talking about, it's the linebackers creeping up too. That's part of why they're able to stop that run. The linebackers shooting the gaps.
2nd and 10 for the Jaguars. Ball spotted on the 43-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. McCorder takes the snap, goes right up the middle, gets out to the 43-yard line. 3rd and 5 for North Laurel.
Hit a nice little spin move, Drew McCorder did, and got back up in the inside. Really, I don't know that run was designed to go in the middle. It looked like it was going to the right, and he took it up the middle and worked out real good.
Taylor Brody Pruitt coming in for the Jaguars. Generally, when we see them coming in, they're going to load up one side or the other. Got some officials discussing something. Yeah, the sideline judge dropped his flag, and the lead officials went over, discussed it with him, and said there was no flag. McCorder, Robinson right up the middle, lowers his head, going to get to the 49 yards, keeps a good second effort right there. Going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, 4th and 2.
That was a Cooper Robinson run right there, Joe. That was stopped at the line of scrimmage, but Cooper Robinson kept those legs churning and drug a couple South Laurel defenders to give his team a 4th and very convertible one.
Brody Pruitt coming in with the play.
Give it to Brody Pruitt. I would love to see that. Give Brody Pruitt the ball.
And Coach Nelson's going to take a quick timeout, and we'll go with them. Friday Night Lights is brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and the Jaguar Broadcasting Network alongside WJTE 98.5.
Since 2010, John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff, now ready to serve in their new location at 1380 East Highway 192 in London. Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. John Root, providing a safe, secure place for the residents of and visitors to our fine county of Laurel, and he proudly supports all area youth activities.
North Laurel facing a 4th and 1 situation. 3-0 South Laurel, 5:56 left here in the second quarter. Coach Nelson, got the play in, but decided he didn't like what he saw. Took a quick timeout.
Sometimes you got to do that. You just wish you didn't have to use those timeouts situations like that. Save them for end-to-half situations. Have all 3 timeouts at your disposal. But if you got something going obviously wrong, call it. No big deal. But, as big a moment as this is right here, the timeout, probably necessary if something didn't look right.
Loading up that right side. Quarter. Back in the gun. Quarter gets it running straight. Dives. And I tell you, this is going to be a spot.
Yep.
And the officials already saying move the flags.
Yep.
First down, North Laurel.
And that was the lunge by McCorder. You still got South Laurel signaling it's a turnover, but they need to get over that because it's a first down.
I tell you, that's what's called by the hair of your chinny chin.
Yeah, that's right. That was by the hair of your chin.
First and 10, North Laurel.
The lead by Jude McCorder really made that possible. They got a pretty decent push up front, but look, Jude just jumped right in there. That was great.
McCorder going under center, I formation. Robson falling, breaks it through the 40. 35, stays on his feet and swung down at the 33. First down, North Laurel. Big run right there for Cooper Robson. He absolutely just busted through that hole.
Yeah, he did. And see, a lot of times it's a confidence thing, having confidence that hole's going to be there. And he saw it very quick and exploded through there. And man, what a run by Cooper Robinson.
First and 10, North Laurel from the South Laurel 33-yard line. McCorder going back under center, one receiver right, I formation. Brody Pruitt, Cooper Robinson, right back to Robson. Cuts it up the middle, stays on his feet, gets down to about the 26-yard line.
Man, we had such a good push from the center there. The center blasted from the snap. That was Asher Edwards. Did a great job of clearing a big hole. Brody Pruitt followed up through there and cleared out some more space. Cooper had a lot of space to run, but there was a little punch from Reese Sutton to Carter Kelly down here away from the play. No penalty, but a little retaliation.
Second and 3 for North Laurel. Staying in I formation. Gets it to Robson. Kicks it to the outside. Down to the 15-yard line. Another big run by Cooper Robinson. Another first down, North Laurel.
And, man, you got to give some credit to Brody Pruitt right here. They had an edge blitz, an edge run blitz coming off the side, and Brody Pruitt saw it, sealed that off, and allowed Cooper Robinson to get inside of his block right there where they had a big hole cleared out by the left tackle, Zach Philpott. Great run by Cooper Robinson. Good read by Brody Pruitt playing the fullback spot.
First and 10. North Laurel from the South Laurel 15-yard line. North Laurel staying in that I formation. Right back to Robson. Going straight up the gut. Give him 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That time they had a pretty good push on the right side. That's going to be on Reese Sutton's side, the substitute right tackle or right guard. A pretty decent push. Brody Pruitt had followed him up through there. Only got 3 yards though. So you're wanting them to maybe. Well, they're probably going to stick with the run here. They're having enough success with that. It's a good idea, probably stick.
Stay with that I formation. One receiver to the right. Robson gets it. Looking to kick it outside. Tries to turn it upfield. Get down to the 11-yard line.
Robinson on the carry.
Pick up of 1 on the play.
Yeah, and South had that run read all the way to the edge. Even your lead blocker there, Brody Pruitt, was getting pushed back. So South had read that run really good. Now you got to throw. What's your best passing offense down here in the red zone? What's your best play you got? You got to pull that out right now.
3rd and 7. North Laurel, 2 receivers right and left. Robson to the left and McCorder. McCorder keeps it running left. Cuts straight up the middle. Lowers his head. gets down to the 5. That's going to be really close. I believe he's just going to be just a little shy.
Yep, that's right. He is just shy. And this is very obviously 4-down territory right
Absolutely.
here, being in the 4th and inches. And you call that play, you call that run on 3rd and 7, knowing that you're going to go for it on 4th down. So you really only got to split it and get it in half. And Joel, don't look now. But the clock is running down. There's only 2 minutes left here in the second quarter. So they're limiting whatever South Laurel is going to be able to do on the back end. But they got to convert this 4th and 1. They convert this 4th and 1, they're looking at taking pretty much most of the clock off or all of South Laurel's timeouts.
And the play clock's down to 10 seconds also.
Yeah, they got to be going.
Got to be aware of that.
I mean, it's probably ought to just spend this timeout here, I would say.
Got to burn the timeout.
Yeah, I would spend the timeout.
And that's Coach Nelson went running down there to call the timeout.
Yeah.
All right. As we said, we wanted to see North Laurel put a good, sustaining drive, run the clock, and that's what they did. Pick up this first down, punch it in, get 6.
Yep, and they've gone to 3rd down every time, too. If you go to 3rd down, and you don't plan to go to 3rd down every time, but a consequence of going to 3rd down on every single set of downs, you run most of the clock off. And, I mean, they got the ball with about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, and they ran it down to 1:40.
Tanya and her staff at Excel Physical Therapy stand ready to meet all your physical therapy needs, and they love to support the green and blue of North Laurel. See Tanya today across from North Main CVS. Also, Second Mile Behavioral Health welcomes you to this broadcast of North Laurel football. The great staff here takes care in assessing your needs through positive, uplifting consultation, and they are proud to back the green and blue of North Laurel. Newest local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Jimmy Storm stands ready to assist you with any and all of your insurance needs. Jimmy is a North Laurel alum, and Farm Bureau is your place for insurance. Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Jimmy Storm, located in Southern Laurel County, proudly supports North Laurel athletics. 4th and 1 for North Laurel. Got to get across the 5-yard line for the first down. North Laurel loading up that left side. McCorder staying back in the gun. McCorder going under center. Gets it, leans forward. And that's going to be enough. First down, North Laurel.
And, man,
all the way down to the 4-yard line.
I love that. That is such a good play call by this coaching staff to fake like you're going to run this kind of action to the left side like they always show. And that time Jude just walks up behind and takes the ball and runs the sneak. That is such a good play call, a good tendency breaker. And South Laurel, shockingly, befuddlingly, is not taking a timeout here. I would have taken a timeout the instant they got that first down.
1:25 left here in the first half. First and goal for North Laurel from the 4-yard line.
Let this thing run all the way down.
McCorder under center. Right back to Robinson, lowering his head. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, North Laurel. We've got some extracurricular activity going on down here. We see flags flying everywhere, which that will be after
it will.
The play. Waiting on the call. Dead ball, personal foul, South Laurel.
All right. So you can elect to take this on and make it see what they do. Okay. And with going for 2, you want to elect to take that one and put it at the 1, don't you think? Maybe they didn't have the option on that.
Sawyer Miller on for the extra point. Houchins to put it down. Good snap. Kick is up. And pretty. Right down the middle. Man. South Laurel. North Laurel takes a 7-3 lead. 1:10 left here in the first half. And, hey, Jared, they listened to us. They put a good drive together, ran a lot of time off the clock, and it was a very impressive drive.
We're so smart. I know.
They made us look good for one.
They did make us look pretty good. Yeah, but that's what you wanted. I mean, you could not have drawn that up better. And when you can execute a running game as good as they executed there the whole drive, you had holes being cleared, and it was one offensive lineman after another, and Brody Pruitt clearing a whole lot of space out for Cooper Robinson and Jude McCorder to run. And you have a drive like that, I mean, That's good. That limits the amount of plays you have to show them on your offense, and your defense is going to be fresh. And South Laurel does not have a whole lot of time now. They've got all 3 timeouts, but they don't have a ton of time here to go down and get any points.
Sawyer Miller will be kicking off from the South Laurel 45 after that personal foul penalty. And they're just going to let it go in the end zone.
Yep. And when you have a penalty like that on this end, a personal foul after the play, you want to make sure you get the touchback out of it because you're in such a prime spot to get a touchback. Keep the return off to put them at the 20. Great job by Sawyer Mills.
South Laurel takes over on their own 20, 1st and 10. 1:10 left. South Laurel with 3 timeouts.
And your pass rushers, they can play here. They know that this is going to be a big-time passing situation, so they can play the pass and not worry about their run fits.
Griffin sends a man in motion to the left, takes a snap, dropping back, looking to pass, and it's complete out here at the 18 and knocked out of bounds at the 27-yard line. How did the man in motion, number 10, Garrison Brown, come from the far right side and just ran to the near sideline and stood there and nobody around him?
They got a read on their coverage right there for sure.
2nd and 4. Griffin dropping back and looking to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket and he's going to be taken down. Ball's loose. Get it, we pick it up. Touchdown. North Laurel on the fumble for Griffin. Gage Baker with the fumble recovery and the return for the 6.
I'm trying to get a number on who forced the fumble. Oh, it's our man, Brody Pruitt. Forced the fumble. He was on a middle linebacker blitz. Forced the fumble, got inside there, and then Gage Baker. I'm so proud he didn't just fall on the fumble. He ran with it.
Gage Baker on the recovery touchdown.
Sawyer Miller on for the extra point. Good snap. Kick is up. Right down the middle.
Wow.
North Laurel strikes quick. 14-3, 33.9 seconds left.
Gosh, what
a huge play.
What a gigantic play by Brody Pruitt to see that Griffin really didn't have a good hold on the ball and swipe at it. When you're trying to sack somebody, you've got to be swiping at that ball, trying to force it to come out, and he did. And then Gage Baker didn't just fall on it. Gage Baker took it and ran with it. He saw he had a lot of great.
I really thought he was just going to dive on it, but yeah. he went for the scoop
because
and
you're taught that, right? As a big guy, you're like, oh gosh, I got to lay on this ball. But Gage Baker said, I'm not laying on nothing. I'm running this in for a touchdown. Oh my gosh, what a gigantic play!
But here's the big thing: we got in that backfield twice.
Yes,
on that those 2 plays.
Yep.
Sawyer Miller on to kick it away. Westdow back deep. So we fielded at the 15. Ball is loose. Picking it up out to the 20, 25, out to the 27-yard line. Noah Eisen on the return. 25.7 seconds left here in the first half.
Well, let's do that again. Let's sack him again.
You know what you got to do. You can't let anything deep.
Yeah, no, that's
here.
right. Yeah, and you're right. You got to calm yourself back down. You've had this gigantic, big energy play. You got to relax and not let them put any more points on the board.
3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Dow to the right of Griffin. Griffin takes the snap, and it's complete over to 30.
Oh, my goodness.
And right there, I'll tell you what, with a pulling down by the jersey, I can't see.
It was Evan Zarate, the cornerback there on the tackle. And if he had been a step faster to that ball, he would have run for 6 because that was a lazy throw by Mason Griffin.
And that's going to do it for the first half hit. North Laurel hanging on to 14-3 over the crosstown rival, South Laurel. Friday Night Lights, brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and Jaguar Broadcasting Network, alongside WJTE 98.5.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
At Second Mile Behavioral Health, we're here for you in every way possible. We're trained professionals in the mental health field and we care. We believe in targeted case management and community support. We assess cases like mental health, substance abuse, parenting, anger management, and domestic violence. We take your needs seriously. You can find us on social media or go to secondmilebehavioral.com. Our phone number, 606-657-5504. Matthew chapter 5 verse 41 says, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. That's us, Second Mile Behavioral Health.
XL Physical Therapy
At 87 CVB Drive in London. Eliminate pain.
Improve mobility,
We even offer stroke recovery,
sports recovery.
and we can help you avoid surgery in some cases. Take it from someone who knows. XL Physical Therapy is the best around. Phone 606-877-4673 or find XL Physical Therapy on Facebook. Let Tanya and her staff of caring professionals at XL Physical Therapy take care of you. Since 2010, John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff. Now ready to serve in their new location at 1380 East Highway 192 in London. Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. John Root, providing a safe, secure place for the residents of and visitors to our fine county of Laurel. And he proudly supports all area youth activities. At E.C. Porter IGA in London, owners Stuart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business. And because of that commitment, they've taken great care of generations of local grocery customers. E.C. Porter IGA in East London on 4th Street, where we love our local student athletes and their families. Hey everyone, join Heaven's Hour with Elijah Jervis, Ethan Eversole, Jonathan Gibson, and J.J. Combs each Saturday at 9 a.m. on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London, and on Facebook and YouTube, where we break down the Word and bring it to life for you with Bible-based preaching and teaching for this generation. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Heaven's Hour each Saturday at 9, with an encore presentation at 9 p.m. on Sunday nights on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London. At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5. With options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
Who doesn't love a smile? At Dr. William Todd Petrie Dental, we care about you. While comparing costs for dental services, always read the fine print. At Petrie Dental, there are no hidden costs, and we are now accepting new patients. Plus, most major insurances are taken. Free exams, high-quality dentures. Don't wait. Petrie Dental, north of London on US 25, 606-843-6476. A proud supporter of North Laurel. Fat Butts Barbecue, has a new location in London, just north of the Kentucky State Police Post. Find our amazing menu on Facebook and online at fatbuttsbbq.com. That's PHATBUTTZBBQ.com. Whether it's a hankin' for some loaded nachos or pulled pork or sliced beef, also don't forget our delicious blown-up burnt-ends and our outstanding ranch-based potato salad. There are so many mouth-watering menu items you'll just have to taste and see for yourself. Fat Butts, lunch or dinner, US 25 north of London in the Pittsburgh Plaza. Phone 606-712-4026.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
At Second Mile Behavioral Health, we're here for you in every way possible. We're trained professionals in the mental health field and we care. We believe in targeted case management and community support. We assess cases like mental health, substance abuse, parenting, anger management, and domestic violence. We take your needs seriously. You can find us on social media or go to secondmilebehavioral.com. Our phone number, 606-657-5504. Matthew chapter 5 verse 41 says, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. That's us, Second Mile Behavioral Health.
Excel Physical Therapy.
At 87 CVB Drive in London. Eliminate pain.
Improve mobility.
We even offer stroke recovery.
Sports recovery.
And we can help you avoid surgery in some cases. Take it from someone who knows. XL Physical Therapy is the best around. Phone 606-877-4673 or find XL Physical Therapy on Facebook. Let Tanya and her staff of caring professionals at XL Physical Therapy take care of you. Since 2010, John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff, now ready to serve in their new location at 1380 East Highway 192 in London, Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. John Root, providing a safe, secure place for the residents of and visitors to our fine county of Laurel, and he proudly supports all area youth activities. At E.C. Porter IGA in London, owners Stuart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business. And because of that commitment, they've taken great care of generations of local grocery customers. E.C. Porter IGA in East London on 4th Street, where we love our local student athletes and their families. Hey everyone, join Heaven's Hour with Elijah Jervis, Ethan Eversole, Jonathan Gibson, and J.J. Combs each Saturday at 9 a.m. on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London, and on Facebook and YouTube, where we break down the Word and bring it to life for you with Bible-based preaching and teaching for this generation. And he said unto them, Go ye into all the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Heaven's Hour each Saturday at 9, with an encore presentation at 9 p.m. on Sunday nights on 98.5 WJTE, The Light of London. At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5. With options for financing, we are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment.
Gondolier Italian Restaurant of London is a proud supporter of North Laurel Athletics. Locally owned and operated, Doyle Jones and his family and staff use only the freshest ingredients with the largest menu selection around. Here are just a few of the things folks are saying about Gondolier. Fast, friendly service. Everything was delicious. While another satisfied customer says great service and staff. The food is amazing and has yet to disappoint. GondelierofLondon.com. North Laurel and Gondolier are a winning team.
Who doesn't love a smile? At Dr. William Todd Petrie Dental, we care about you. While comparing costs for dental services, always read the fine print. At Petrie Dental, there are no hidden costs, and we are now accepting new patients. Plus, most major insurances are taken. Free exams, high-quality dentures. Don't wait. Petrie Dental, north of London on US 25, 606-843-6476. A proud supporter of North Laurel. Fat Butts Barbecue has a new location in London, just north of the Kentucky State Police Post. Find our amazing menu on Facebook and online at fatbuttsbbq.com. That's PHATBUTTZBBQ.com. Whether it's a hankin' for some loaded nachos or pulled pork or sliced beef, also don't forget our delicious blown-up burnt-ends and our outstanding ranch-based potato salad. There are so many mouth-watering menu items you'll just have to taste and see for yourself. Fat Butts, lunch or dinner, US 25 north of London in the Pittsburgh Plaza. Phone 606-712-4026. Pride, tradition, heart-pounding action, heart-pounding action, gut-wrenching play, gut-wrenching, bone-rattling thrills. North Laurel football is now on the air with our team of broadcast pros, Joel, Adam, and Jerry. Presented by London Power Equipment, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Jimmy Storm, EC Porter IGA, Second Mile Behavioral Health, XL Physical Therapy, Laurel County Sheriff John Root. Also thanks to Gondolier Italian Restaurant, Petrie Dental Services, Heaven's Hour on your radio, and Fat Butts Barbecue. Now, from our team to your home, here's game action from the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.
Life is full of surprises. Some good, some unexpected. That's why you need protection for your home, your car, and your family's future. I'm Agent Jimmy Storm, your local Kentucky Farm Bureau agent, and I'll help you find personalized coverage that fits your needs and your budget. Call me today at 606-528-2030 for a free quote and a peace of mind.
At Second Mile Behavioral Health, we're here for you in every way possible. We're trained professionals in the mental health field, and we care. We believe in targeted case management and community support. We assess cases like mental health, substance abuse, parenting, anger management, and domestic violence. We take your needs seriously. You can find us on social media or go to secondmilebehavioral.com. Our phone number, 606-657-5504. Matthew chapter 5 verse 41 says, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him too." That's us, Second Mile Behavioral Health.
XL Physical Therapy.
At 87 CVB Drive in London. Eliminate pain.
Improve mobility.
We even offer stroke recovery.
Sports recovery.
And we can help you avoid surgery in some cases. Take it from someone who knows. XL Physical Therapy is the best around. Phone 606-877-4673 or find XL Physical Therapy on Facebook. Let Tanya and her staff of caring professionals at XL Physical Therapy take care of you. At London Power Equipment, power means service, power means protection, and most of all, power means power. Power. With technicians certified in Briggs, Kawasaki, Kohler, and Honda. And we offer for sale brands like Grasshopper, Echo, Husqvarna, DR, and Generac. We service and repair most outdoor power equipment brands. And if it's work gear, we've got you covered too. With arborist, forestry, and lineman gear. At 1680 Highway 192 East, we're open weekdays 8 to 5. With options for financing. We are locally owned and operated. Find LPE on Facebook or phone 606-389-5535 for London Power Equipment. Since 2010, John Root has proudly served as your Laurel County Sheriff. Now ready to serve in their new location at 1380 East Highway 192 in London. Monday through Friday, 8 to 4. John Root, providing a safe, secure place for the residents of and visitors to our fine county of Laurel, and he proudly supports all area youth activities. At E.C. Porter IGA in London, owners Stuart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business. And because of that commitment, they've taken great care of generations of local grocery customers. E.C. Porter IGA in East London on 4th Street, where we love our local student athletes and their families.
Welcome back to North Laurel High School as North Laurel has a 14-3 lead over the visiting South Laurel Cardinals. We saw North Laurel come out in that first possession and really put a great sustaining drive together before getting down, costing themselves a little bit with that holding penalty, and they ended up turning it over downs deep in South Laurel territory, but looked really good on that first drive.
Yep, sure did. And man, they have they had a kind of an explosion of points there in the last inside of 2 minutes, had the big touchdown and the big kickoff return. So things are pointing up here for North Laurel. Everything they're looking real good. They got to sustain that for the second half for sure.
And that first drive the late drive, I think they started with about 5 minutes and some change in the second quarter that they basically took it the length of the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean, just really, just Cooper Robinson. South Laurel made some adjustments there in that first quarter after that first drive, and North Laurel really had some struggles getting any positive yards. But, that drive, I don't know. North Laurel found themselves in their line and got the big push, opened some big holes for Robinson, McCorder, and just took big advantage of it.
They did, and run a lot of the clock off, too, run most of the second quarter off and kept South Laurel off the field. That's the best place for an offense that is as high-powered as South Laurel. The best place for them, the best defense for them is leaving them off the field and limiting their opportunities. And they, basically took a possession away from them by running so much clock off because, if you have a quick 3-and-out or a quick, change, gain a first down and then go and punt again, they get the ball back and they're able to drive back down the field. But if you give it back to them with just 2 minutes left, it limits what they can do. There's not a lot of – all they can do is really throw the ball to get down the field. And then we saw them make a massive mistake in the throwing game because they were put under that pressure of being under 2 minutes trying to drive down and put points on the board.
It was a minute and –
minute 30 seconds.
Minute 30 when South Laurel got the football. And, that's something that Griffin is really, needs to learn. He was, running with that ball free out there.
Yeah.
And was Brody Pruitt able to swat it away.
When
you've got to protect the football at all times.
And when you're getting sacked like that, you've got to kind of give up on it. You can't leave this because throwing the ball, you're trying to leave it out in front of you and get yourself ready to get in your passing motion. But if you feel somebody bearing down on you, you've got to tuck that thing away and put it at the 45-degree angle to keep somebody from forcing the fumble on you. And there, Griffin really never did that. He was trying to run from Brody Pruitt the whole time while holding the ball out in front of him. Made the turnover extremely easy for Brody Pruitt to make. It was a gift. Brody Pruitt said, "Thank you so much. I'm going to slap that ball out and give his team an opportunity to score points," and they converted on it. And, Brody Pruitt's not one of their edge rushers. He's a middle linebacker, and on occasion they allow him to blitz. I believe he has free reign to do that when he wants to. And it worked, and he got free and chased Griffin down and forced that fumble.
And I think that's going to be key to the second half. Got to put pressure on Griffin. We just cannot let him stand back there and have a field day.
That's right. And in situations like that where they have to throw the ball, North Laurel's pass rush is going to be at an advantage because you don't have to worry about playing your run gaps anymore. You can take a real wide stance or go real wide out or go real short in or go hard inside if you're an edge rusher because you don't have to worry about playing the run. Now, this drive right here that they're about to do, you've got to get them in those third downs or a second and very long before you get those advantages of knowing that they're going to throw the ball.
South Laurel will get the football to start this second half. A big congratulations going out to North Laurel Middle School as they defeated Harlan County 15-8 this past week. They move on for the championship game They wait the winner of Whitley County and Northern PC. That'll be next Saturday at Knox Central. That was Harlan County's first loss of the season. Got a little pooch kick. Going to hit at the 25. And right there, fielding it is number 13 for South Laurel, Kenyon Ellis, and he's taken down on the spot.
Yeah, and I've got to be impressed with the tackle by Jude McCorder there. That was perfect. It was just a great tackle.
Nice little place. Just placed it exceptionally right there.
Yeah, they did.
Well done right there.
So what you do there is you've got your kickoff cover shifted that way, and you want to kick that way, and they did that.
Griffin back in the gun. One receiver left and right. Dow to the left. Griffin calls for it. Hands it off to Dow. Runs right up the middle. Dives forward. Give him 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Man, good tackle there by gosh, I can't, man, I'm having a hard time reading these numbers up here.
But they're really tough.
Yeah, it's tough to see them, but it was Cooper Robinson that time. Playing kind of this linebacker hybrid spot with him throwing the ball a lot. That was a great tackle by him.
One receiver left and one right. Griffin moving down to his left. And motion to the left. Looks to pass and it's complete. And lowers his head and pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
This is complete to Dow. Knocked out of bounds by Peyton Roberts.
And what is interesting over there is they've got Cooper Robinson playing man-to-man on the running back. But the corner was in zone coverage, and when Cooper Robinson got blocked, the corner just needs to fly that screen down there and stop it, and he did. It's Peyton Roberts.
3rd and 4 for South Laurel. 2 receivers right, 2 left. And it's complete. And that's going to be a first down. He caught it right at the 35, and that's going to be about a half yard past the first down marker. So first down, South Laurel.
I cannot believe that Griffin got that pass off because he had Reese Sutton had nobody blocking him, and he was on top of Griffin. That was a great throw by Griffin under pressure from Reese Sutton.
1st and 10, South Laurel. 2 receivers right and 1 left.
Oh, my gosh.
Griffin.
Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
What a play.
Reese Sutton just shot the gap.
Reese Sutton read that snap count perfect. He could not have got off any quicker.
Got to be careful now because they'll change that snap count.
Yeah, they will.
They'll get it.
That's right, but they didn't that time, and that was a gigantic game by him, man. What a play by Reese Sutton.
Loss of 10 on the play for South Laurel. 2nd and 20. Ball back to the 25. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Griffin calls for the snap, dropping back, looking to pass. Got a receiver open. It's complete. Out to the 35, down to the 37-yard line. Too much room.
Yeah. And your pass rush isn't getting there either. Reese had got a good push up front, but just kind of gave up on it once he didn't get through. Man, you got to keep your motor turning, keep trying to get through those blocks because you never know when you're going to get free and get to the quarterback.
3rd and 7 for South Laurel. Get up on them.
Yeah, they need to play press coverage.
You got your 2 receivers over here to the left. You're giving them 15 yards right here. Hey, South Laurel's going to see that. Blitz coming. Griffin looking at the throw. He's been pushed out of the pocket, and it's complete.
My goodness.
Oh, I tell you, pretty play right there. Hey, listen, we got flags on the field, but I tell you what, that was a tremendous play and pass right there by Griffin.
Yeah, and Carter Kelly just kind of leaked behind the outside corner zone. I believe that's going to be Colton Gilbert over there, and really that wasn't the
personal
design.
Foul against North Laurel.
Yeah, probably
put 15 more on.
Yeah, that was.
You don't want to give them anything.
Yeah, and then you give them 15 right there. That's a big mistake, and that was probably the result of being on top of Griffin back there. Probably some kind of hit to the quarterback.
Moves the ball all the way down to the North Laurel 39-yard line. First and 10, South Laurel. 2 receivers left and 1 right. Dropping back, looking to pass, looking deep, and it's intercepted down at the 20, out at the 30, 35, 40, 45. What about that? Colt Gilbert on the pick.
And Joe, that pick right there. Now, Colt Gilbert was in a perfect spot, but that was a hurried throw by Gage Baker. Got off the right tackle, was on top of Griffin. Griffin got that ball out of there real quick because he knew he was getting sacked.
And he threw into triple coverage.
Yep, because he was panicked. And Colton Gilbert was Johnny on the spot. Caught the ball, man. You got to catch the ball when you're a D-back like that. And
during the return, we got holding on North Laurel.
no big deal. You got the ball. That's what really matters right there. You got the ball back. Man, gosh, Colton Gilbert and that could not have been an easier interception for him either. That was basically a punt. Colton read it perfect. That was great. And forced by Gage Baker, putting pressure on Griffin. Like we talked about, coming out of the half, that's what they had to do. They did that on that drive between the Reese Sutton sack and then Gage Baker coming off the edge there. They put enough pressure on Griffin that he made a mistake.
Officials started marking off against South Laurel, and then the umpire hollered at them, said the other direction, so they got it going right. Nonetheless, North Laurel football on the 26-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:20 left here in the third quarter, 14-3. North Laurel, McCorder under center, right back to Robinson, right up the middle, out to the 30, makes a move, out to the 35, back up. He's upended right at the 41-yard line. Pick up a 15 on the play for Cooper Robinson.
Man, you just kind of if that's what it's going to look like here in the second half, man, this is going to get real ugly real fast. If it's going to continue like that, it's going to come down to South Laurel digging deep within themselves. They're sitting down 2 scores right here. They're going to have to dig deep and keep from feeling hopeless, because it feels hopeless for them right now.
1st and 10, North Laurel. McCorder going back under center. One receiver to the right. Back to Robinson, right up the gut. Across the 45, 50, staying on his feet all the way down to the 46-yard line. Pick up a 14 for Cooper Robinson. 2 plays, 29 yards.
Yep. And that was the cutback lane for Cooper Robinson. That time that play was designed to go over right tackle, in between right tackle and right guard. Cooper Robinson cuts it back inside where there was a lot of space. And, man, that's just the vision of Cooper Robinson. You've got to have that as a running back, being able to see where those holes are developing at in the defense. He found it there and picked up a big gain. 2 big runs by Cooper Robinson.
1st and 10 from the South Laurel 47. Quarter going back under center. 10 seconds on the play clock. Right back to Robinson. Right up the middle. Gets out to the 45-yard line. Pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for the Jaguars.
And even though you got stopped there, you want to stay committed to this running game. And this running game out of the I-form is working so good for North Laurel. That's what they've been in most of tonight, running this out of the I-form. They've looked really good out of that. And a lot of it's up the interior. That's where they're dominating South Laurel at.
A quarter back under center. Quarter keeps it. Bootleg out the 45. 40 cuts it back upfield, dives forward, and he's going to be right at the first down marker. Going to be real close. It's going to depend on the spot, and there it is. Move the chains. Another first down, North Laurel.
I love the tendency breaker, Joel. You've run all this action.
We've talked about this time and time again. We'd like to see that naked bootleg go another direction.
Exactly, especially when you've got South Laurel committing so much of their defense to stopping Cooper Robinson on the ground. They've all committed to the right side. They've seen that 2 or 3 times in a row. Cooper Jew takes it the other way, uses that speed, and gets first down.
Ball spotted on the South Laurel 37-yard line. Quarterback under center. Back to Robinson. Cuts up the gut. Gets down to the 30. Staying on his feet. And that's going to be real close to another first down, North Laurel.
And Cooper's cuts right now are so crisp. He's getting, just moving so efficiently and with so much confidence right now. A lot of that's because his offensive line's giving him a lot of holes, but Cooper looks really good right now. He's close to breaking one of these.
They move the chains. Another first down. North Laurel. Ball spotted on the 27-yard line of South Laurel.
North does not need to snap this till it gets down to about 2 seconds. You want to run as much of this clock off as you can to limit South's ability to come back.
Quarter going back under center. Right back to Robinson. Right up the middle. Gets across the 25. Nope, they're going to say right down at the 25. Pickup of 2 on the play. 2nd and 8 for North Laurel.
And you'll take that. And the biggest thing right now is this clock is ticking away. We're still on the plus side. Just around 18 minutes to go in the game. But North Laurel, the more time they take off and the more times they go to third down here as they go on the rest of this drive, that's less chance South Laurel is going to have to come back in this game. Certainly, especially if they score a touchdown here.
2nd and 8 for the Jaguars. One receiver to the right. Right back to Robson, right up the middle, runs into the back of his offensive line, and he's going to be pushed back. We're going to give him about 3 on the play.
All right, now you've shown you can run the ball. Let's see a pass out of this. And I would love to see them go in this I form, show them the run look, and throw a pass package out of that. You've got pass catchers in there. Those, Brody Pruitt can catch a pass. Run something out of that, because that's how you get these defenses off balance, is try to look the same out of all your sets and have them not expecting what's coming.
3rd and 6 for North Laurel. McCorder back in the gun, loading up that left side. He gets it, cuts it upfield, makes the first man miss. Going to be about, Jared, about a yard shy?
That's about right, I believe so.
Can't really tell yet. They've not put it down. About 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 2.
You go for it right here.
Oh, yeah, you're going for it. And really this, you don't design it to go to 4th down every time. But like I said, a consequence of that is you run so much time off doing that. And I love that North Laurel's doing this. Staying on the ground, the clock continues to run. It's a big part of the clock management here.
McCorder going under center. South Laurel loading it up front. And we got a timeout by Coach Nelson. We're going to step aside, go with them. Friday Night Lights is brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and the Jaguar Broadcasting Network alongside WJTE 98.5.
At E.C. Porter IGA in London, owners Stuart and Ernest Matt House have always took great pride in the fact that they're a locally owned business. And because of that commitment, they've taken great care of generations of local grocery customers. E.C. Porter IGA in East London on 4th Street, where we love our local student athletes and their families.
Welcome back to North Laurel, 14-3. North Laurel with an 11-point lead over the South Laurel Cardinals, facing a 4th and 2 from their own 19-yard line. Got to get across about the 17. If you're not in the mood to cook tonight, head over to Fat Butts Barbecue, located in the Green Roof Plaza. Pick up a family meal that feeds 4 to 6 people, starting at $45.99. That includes 1 meat, 2 sides, and bread.
Yeah, go get you some of that ranch-based potato salad. That's the marquee there at Fat Butts.
One receiver right. McCorder under center. South Laurel really loading that line up. Right back to Robson. And get a good push. First down, North Laurel. All the way down to the 15-yard line.
Give a call to your right tackle, Peyton Collins. They ran it to his side that time. He said, no problem, guys. Get on my back, and we'll go for the first down. Great job right there. And good job by Cooper Robinson to trust his guys to get him space to run.
Man, 3:49 left here in the third. 1st and 10. North Laurel from their own South Laurel 15-yard line. Hey, you just stay with what works.
Yep, just keep on running the ball.
Right back to Robson. Cuts it up the middle, staying on his feet. Nice run right there by Cooper Robson. All the way down to about the 7-yard line.
And they're really, North Laurel, this drive, they've had their way with South Laurel. And they did the drive before that, too, in the second half. They've had their way with the defensive line. for South Laurel. Something, the middle of the game they struggled with that, but here in the second half, they've dominated them up front.
2nd and 7 for North Laurel. Ten seconds on the play clock. A quarter going under center. Clock down to 5. Quarter takes a snap. Back to Robinson. Trying to get outside and does. 5. Upended. And they're going to say, I agree. Part of him came down he got upended, somersault, and just touched right at the goal line. Nonetheless, 1st and goal.
At the 1, at the inch line, really. That's where they got it spotted inside of the 1. So, oh, man, here you go. This has got to be the Jude McCorder sneak more than likely.
Watch for the tush push.
Yeah,
hopefully
the tush.
We don't get a flag.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah.
We didn't the first time. McCorder under center. Right there.
Oh,
Robinson dives through. Touchdown, North Laurel. And we got flags flying again. Lord God.
Why don't you swallow him flags, referee?
Looks like a North Laurel player maybe shaking up. I believe somebody just cramping up. I believe, maybe Robinson.
I think it might be Robinson. Yeah, he's all right.
So it is personal foul on North Laurel this time.
All right. That hurts you on the kickoff. You're going to have to kick it from about the 30. Not good.
Pushing the score out 20-3, 2:15 left here in the 3rd. Sawyer Miller on for the extra point. Good snap. Kick is up. Man, I tell you what, that was right down the middle. Hey, this kid has got a leg.
We may have us a kicker, Joe. Like, legitimately, we may have a kicker.
Wow, impressive. Pushes lead out 21-3. 2:15 left here in the 3rd. Yeah. Impressive.
Man, and South Laurel's got 14 minutes on the clock to erase a 3-score lead. They got to score 3 times. Which I will. Yeah, you got to score 3 times.
They got to put it in the end zone 3 times.
They got to put it in the end zone 3 times. And they got to do that in 14 minutes. That is going to be very difficult. But if there is an offense that can do that, it is South Laurel. So North Laurel, you can't rest here. You got it.
You can expect them to come out throwing the ball.
Yeah, they're going to. Well, and here's the advantage of that, Joe. They're going to throw the ball. What can you do? You run wherever you want to on that pass rush line. You do whatever you want to because you ain't got to worry about them running the ball. So North has got that on their side. And see, the good thing is their defensive line has looked really, really good so far and forced a lot of pressure on them. That's going to get even better here now that they're having to throw the ball all the time, and North knows that they're going to. And that drive, they started it with about 8 minutes or 9 minutes on the clock, ended up running 7 minutes off the clock. And
wait a minute.
Why
are we kicking it from the 10?
From the 10?
It was a 15-yard penalty. We would be normally kicking it from the 40, but should take it to the 25.
What?
What am I missing here?
Was there 2? Because that's what that feels like. It feels like it's a 30-yard penalty.
That's not what you want to do.
No. My gosh.
My goodness. So North Laurel will be kicking it off from their own 10-yard line. Line drive kick. And it gets by South Laurel player all the way back at the 40, out to the 45. And we taken down to 50, and I see flags flying. So we may listen. Turned out better than I thought it would. They're going to say it's at the 50, but waiting the penalty. So it could be holding on South Laurel.
So back it up even farther. That's a good way to take chicken. Chicken crap, turn it to chicken salad. That was not bad. Yeah.
Illegal block against South Laurel.
So you do a good job mitigating your damages right there because you're kicking from the 10. We felt like, oh my gosh, they're going to get it at like the 35 or something because you can't get it that far. It really was not the worst thing. This is not the worst case scenario. This is about as good as you could have done kicking from the 10.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone ever kick from the 10. That's crazy.
1st and 10, South Laurel from the 40. Griffin back in the gun, calling for 2 receivers left and 1 right, dropping back and looking to pass.
Oh,
Running out, and it's complete at the 46-yard line. Pick up a 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4.
and Griffin owes Dowell, his running back, a steak dinner or something because Reese Sutton had blown the center up and was coming through there, and Dowell just hit him enough to keep him off of Griffin. Griffin owes him one because Reese Sutton could have smacked him.
2 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Griffin with the snap, and it's complete out at the 49-yard line, 1st down, South Laurel. That's what happens when you give them too much yards. When you're giving them 10 and 12, 15 yards, hey, take advantage of that 5-6 yard hit every time.
They're going to. That's right. But now where you got this lead,
it don't matter.
It don't matter. I don't know, man. I think you got to give them a touchdown this quick.
Griffin to Dow.
Look at
right there being slung down in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. Big Reese Sutton.
Man, Reese Sutton making his presence felt here tonight. He has shown up, been quiet the last few weeks. Tonight he's been here and played awesome. Now, I'm comfortable giving him those 5 or 6 yards hits at a time as long as you're making the tackles. Now, if you're not making the tackle, that's bad. That's not a good thing.
Dow gets it, running to the right. And right there, Reese Sutton again. Give him 1 on the play. 3rd and 14.
Had a curious decision for South Laurel. As good as your passing game has been, you run the ball twice. That don't make a lot of sense to me.
I would not. I'll tell you what. I'm glad I wouldn't have bet on that play right there.
I wouldn't have either. Certainly not in the 2nd 12 if I wouldn't have run the ball. Put yourself in a real hard spot right here.
3rd and 14. One thing I've seen South Laurel's receivers do, they come back to the pass. They come back to the ball really well.
Sure do.
Griffin with a snap. It's complete. Out at the 50. And give him the 48. Brings up 4th and 8. For South Laurel.
Yep. And that was Bryson Nance in coverage right there. And that was one of those times we saw a receiver have to come back to Griffin because the ball was kind of underthrown a little bit. Bryson Nance was in a perfect spot and made the tackle.
And this is 4th down territory.
Yep.
Cannot let them burn you deep here.
No, you cannot.
High snap. Griffin takes it. Blitz coming. And it's complete. Down to the 40. 1st down. 35, 30. And that's where he's going to be taken down.
The blitz on the 4th and 9 really come back and burn them right there.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. North Laurel with a 21-3 over South Laurel. Friday Night Lights brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and the Jaguar Broadcasting Network alongside WJTE 98.5.
XL Physical Therapy.
At 87 CVB Drive in London. Eliminate pain.
Improve mobility.
We even offer stroke recovery.
Sports recovery.
And we can help you avoid surgery in some cases. Take it from someone who knows. XL Physical Therapy is the best around. Phone 606-877-4673 or find XL Physical Therapy on Facebook. Let Tanya and her staff of caring professionals at XL Physical Therapy take care of you.
(21-3) as we head to the 4th quarter. North Laurel with the lead over Crosstown rival South Laurel. North Laurel gambled and brought the blitz on that 4th and 12, and South Laurel was able to convert that with a quick hitter, that little 5-yard hitter that they've hit all night long.
Yeah, that's right. And you gamble on a blitz on a 4th and 9 and give up all those zones that probably would have been covering that slant, and you give up. I mean, that's a tough play.
1st and 10 from the North Laurel 30. Man in motion to the left, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Dow to the right of Griffin. Griffin dropping back, looking to pass. And he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 45-yard line. Brody Pruitt
Brody Pruitt combined in there with Kingston. Oh, no, it's Gage Baker. My bad. Gage Baker from the other edge.
They marked it all the way back to the 41. They're very generous on that spot right there.
Yeah, man, great play by Brody Pruitt to run him down right there. He caused Griffin to panic because Griffin, he was having, memories of that fumble from the end of the first half.
2nd and 20 for South Laurel. Got to get all the way down to the 20 for the first down. Griffin with the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, looking deep. He's got a receiver down there. And that's going to be pass interference. I agree. I agree. North Laurel had a hand on the jersey, pulling him backwards. That's a good call.
Yeah, they're going to get you on that every time, and that's one you didn't probably have to do.
No.
You have him double covered.
Zarate is going to get called for pass interference.
Bad. That is not. Yeah, and the coaching staff is letting him know that probably wasn't the smartest thing in the world.
They get bailed out on that one.
They get bailed out hard because you have safety help over top that's pretty much got that forced all the way to the sideline. That's bad.
Brings up 2nd and about 6 for South Laurel. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Griffin dropping back to pass. We got flags down. It's completed to 28. And going to get down to about the 24, and that's an area of holding right there.
That's spring, yeah.
Yep, there it is. There's the signal.
Yep. That time they brought the blitz again with Brody Pruitt up the middle. They have had they've had good success with that. They need, on occasion, continue to bring that as the rest of this fourth quarter goes along.
That's going to back them all the way back to the 36-yard line. Second and 16 for South Laurel.
And that backs up what was going to be, probably close to a first down.
2 receivers right. 1 to the left, Dow to the left of Griffin. Griffin calls for it. Blitz coming. Looking to throw it deep. Got a lot of pushing.
Oh,
and
man.
It's a jump ball. And no flags.
Yep. When you've got both receivers fighting like that, or the receiver and the corner fighting, really they're not going to call pass interference. You saw the South Laurel offense pleading for the pass interference call, but it wasn't there. And I'm telling you what, Joe, Jude McCorder come a hair of picking that ball off from Carter Kelly. He just about stole it.
Another thing, that ball was underthrown by Griffin, but he had to get rid of it or he was going to take a hit.
Yep, he was going to get smashed.
3rd and 16 for the Cardinals. 3 receivers right. Griffin stand back in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Blitz on.
Another hold.
Possible interception.
He got it.
Down at the 25. Second pick of the night for North Laurel. On the interception, number 30, Peyton Roberts.
Wow. And you had, okay, Joe, so we talked about the pressure, right? That's the pressure by Kingston Reeves off the right edge right there. And he got held, too. If he hadn't got held, he was going to put Griffin on his back. And then Peyton Roberts elevates, uses that vertical that he's got and picks that ball off. Griffin is having a hard time because of all the pressure. And, man, this is North Laurel, an opportunity here to put this game away, have a big, long drive here and put it out of reach for South Laurel.
10:50 left here in the fourth quarter. North Laurel 21, South Laurel 3. 1st and 10 for the Jaguars from their own 25. Sam put another good drive on this clock. Robinson gets it, cuts up the middle, and give him 1 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9. Partner, we've only attempted 2 passes all night?
Yes.
Is that correct?
That's right. Yeah, not many. 1 or 2.
1 or 2.
1 or 2, not many.
You talked about a ground attack.
Yeah, that's what they've done.
And, I like to see McCorder really manage this clock.
That's right, yeah.
McCorder going back under center with 5 on the clock. Back to Robinson. Right up the middle. Spins. Makes a couple guys miss. And going to get out to the 30. Brings up 3rd and 5.
On the carry, brings up 3rd and 5.
Mason Griffin only with 3 interceptions on the season, and North Laurel coming up with 2 picks tonight to add to that total.
That's right. Yeah, they've not been a turnover heavy team. They've not forced a lot of turnovers.
3rd and 5 for the Jaguars. Right back to Robinson, right up the gut, and not much there. Give him 2.
Robinson on the carry for the Jags. East Granite line is struggling. And number 55, Taylor Evans.
4th and 3 for North Laurel. No, we got to get a better punt off this time.
Yeah, you can't have another punt in the back of your offensive line at all.
Back deep for South Laurel will be number 10, Garrison Brown. The quarter back to put it away. 5 seconds on the play clock. Good snap. Better punt there. It's going to hit at the 45, and it's going to be fielded right there. Brown takes off the right, and he is going to be taken down right at the 46-yard line. Pickup of about 1 on that return.
All right, so you go 3 and out there. That is not what you wanted.
No,
you wanted a big long drive.
You want to pick up a couple first downs, 3 first downs, really milk that clock.
Yeah, they did run some clock off there. They continue to make it a little bit more difficult, but to really put the game away, you want to see them have a big long drive there. South Laurel, the door is still cracked for them right now.
1st and 10, South Laurel from their own 46-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Griffin, high snap, hands it off to Dow, right up the middle. Leaps his own lineman, dives forward out to the 49 of North Laurel. Pick up a 5 on the play, so brings up 2nd and 5. Griffin staying back in the shotgun. Dropping back, throwing deep, looking for Kelly. And overthrows Kelly by about 5 yards. North Laurel was real close to jumping off sides right there.
Yeah, they were. And, now they're starting to take some deep shots here down the field, South Laurel is, and particularly to Carter Kelly, and they are keeping him doubled.
3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. .752 left here in the game. Griffin dropping back. Blitz coming. And he's going to be taken all the way back at the 32-yard line.
Hey, boy. What about Bryson Nance on the linebacker blitz? That's been working for North Laurel tonight. And Griffin took the deepest drop of all time. I think he took about a 12-step drop, 13 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And then really, he didn't roll away like he needed to. He's not able to get away from this South Laurel pass rush.
No,
he's not decisive enough to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't try to run left or right. He just goes straight back.
Yeah, he does. And when they get to him, he takes the sack.
I think you always got to watch for a fake punt here. I wouldn't think so. 2nd and 20 or 4th and 20, but got to be aware.
Yeah, I can't believe a punt.
End over end punt. It's going to hit about the 40. And it's going to be knelt down right at the 36-yard line. North Laurel takes over with 6:54 left here in the ball game.
I feel like that was probably desperation time for South Laurel. Really, probably it's good for us that they did punt it, but I would have rather seen them go. I think they should have went for it. South Laurel should have, but that's their call and not mine, because you turn it over to this North Laurel offense and they continue to run the ball like they have. You may not see this ball again until there's only a couple minutes left.
I'll tell you what, our player of the game, Cooper Robinson.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's been a hoss tonight. Right back to him. Dives forward, staying on his feet, digging. Give him 3 on the play, brings up 2nd and 7.
Yep. And Cooper's not the only good performance, too, man. There has been Reese Sutton, Gage Baker, Kingston Reams, Peyton Roberts. A whole lot of guys from the defense have played really good, too. They've been extremely impressive.
Keeping that clock running. Down to 6:30. Get it down to about 6:05 before they have to take a snap. Clock down to 3:15 to Robinson. Trying to get outside. Cuts it back upfield. He's got running room. 50. Cuts it back. 45 down to the 42-yard line. Cooper Robinson with another big pickup and first down.
Run down by Roller, but not before. First down.
First and 10, North Laurel. That clock continues to run down to 5:45.
Yep. That's what you got to do here. Keep that clock turning.
10 seconds on the play clock. McCorder just now getting in the huddle. They're going to have to hurry to get this one off, or they're going to have to burn a timeout. And that's what they're going to do. Nelson with the timeout. 21-3, 5:28 left here in the ball game. Friday Night Lights brought to you by North Laurel Nation, official home of the North Laurel Athletics and the Jaguar Broadcasting Network alongside WJTE 98.5.
Excel Physical.
At Second Mile Behavioral Health, we're here for you in every way possible. We're trained professionals in the mental health field, and we care. We believe in targeted case management and community support. We assess cases like mental health, substance abuse, parenting, anger management, and domestic violence. We take your needs seriously. You can find us on social media or go to secondmilebehavioral.com. Our phone number, 606-657-5504. Matthew chapter 5, verse 41 says, "And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. That's us, Second Mile Behavioral Health.
Welcome back to North Laurel. 21-3, 5:28 left here in the ball game. North Laurel. First and 10 from the South Laurel 42-yard line. Tell you what, super impressed with this North Laurel defense. We knew they were good, but they just showed how good they really can be tonight.
Yeah, and that's what we saw, the first few weeks of the season when they were so good.
A quarter, right back to Robinson. And not much there, back to the line of scrimmage.
Robinson on the carry.
Second and 10.
That clock continues to roll on every second, Joe. It ticks out of that time clock. Every little piece of sand that falls down into the bottom part, that's the less chance that South Laurel has to come back in this game.
A couple more first downs.
Yeah, and it's looking close to being over with.
Play clock down to 10. Game clock 4:49. McCorder back to Robinson. Cuts it to the outside. Back up across the 40. 35. 30 where he's knocked out of bounds. I'll tell you what, right there should be a flag. The South Laurel defender took him all the way to the track.
Yeah.
That's a personal foul right there.
Should be 15.
That should be 15. Absolutely. Right there is the another big first down.
Brown, but not before. Another first down.
First and 10 from the South Laurel 28-yard line. I'll tell you, Cooper has been the man tonight.
Yeah, he has. He's been, yep. And the offensive line too, man, they've cleared a lot of holes for Cooper.
First and 10, North Laurel. McCorder. Right back to Robinson. Right up the gut. Down to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 4 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 6.
And we don't get to talk about their offensive line a whole lot. I won't try to say their names here. Zach Philpott plays left tackle. Braden Fultz at left guard. Asher Edwards, the center. Reese Sutton tonight filling in for Colton Prime at right guard. And then you got the right tackle, Peyton Collins. They've had a great night tonight. Those guys have.
Game clock down to 4 minutes. Quarter. Back to Robinson. Cuts it upfield. Picks up about 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5 for North Laurel.
And man, there's hands on the hips out there for South Laurel.
They really are.
They feel there's a lot of negative energy around these players right here. They think, I think they feel like they're beat.
Hey, listen, South Laurel's a good football team.
They absolutely are.
They've had a fantastic season.
I mean, they're right below us in RPI. They're 6th in RPI.
Coming in with an 8-1 record. And actually, tonight is their last
last game
of the season. McCorder keeps it, stays on his feet, across the 20, down to the 16. That's going to be another North Laurel first down. I get, they've not had a bye week all week, so they're taking that bye week off last of the season to get prepared for playoffs.
Yeah, right. And so,
and that's not too bad of an idea. Come into playoffs healthy.
You come in, and rested and stuff. But now you want to talk about the other side of that because there's always a flip side to it.
Absolutely, they are.
You come out a little flat sometimes when you have that bye week. We see it all the time in some, major, football leagues like the NFL and college football. You have a bye week and come out a little flat. So I also like the way North Laurel does it, where they don't take their bye or they take their bye in the middle of the season.
I agree. 2:35 left. McCorder with the snap gets down to the 15s. Got a lot of, I think, aggravation on the part of South Laurel. Number 34, Malachi Smith, leading tackler.
And now
this team for South Laurel.
Now that we're getting down to the resolution of this game, we're going to need to mention again what the implications of this game are toward the 5A Class 5A playoffs in Kentucky here. If North Laurel wins this game like we think they're going to, they don't have to run back into Pulaski County, and they host a home game. We'll explain that here in between the downs.
McCorder going back under center. Right back to Robinson, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield.
So the way it ends up working out, if they're the 2 seed, they end up on the opposite side of Pulaski County the first 2 rounds, and they end up playing the 1 seed in Region 7. And then once you get to the 3rd round, then it is all reseeded by RPI, and where Pulaski's so high in RPI, we wouldn't run back into it.
Also, a little information, Anderson, quarterback for Pulaski, is out for the season.
He's absolutely out for the season, had the non-contact injury last week here. Looked excellent. We don't know what Pulaski County is going to look like without him.
3rd and about 14, 1:08 on the clock. McCorder pitches it out to Robson, trying to get outside, and he's going to be taken down right at the 21-yard line. And South Laurel takes a timeout.
And right now, the leader in Region 7, the sister region, which is West Jessamine, East Jessamine, Montgomery County, and Madison Southern. Right now, West Jessamine is more than likely going to be the 1 seed. They're going to win that district. They are about the 10th, or let's see me count it here once. They're about the 12th team in RPI.
5-3 record.
5-3 record, 2-0 in their district, more than likely going to be your 1 seed. So, that's who we more than likely are going to end up playing at the end of this. I think we end up drawing the 3 in District 7, which right now is going to be between Madison Southern and Montgomery County. And then East Jessamine is there at the bottom. Montgomery County, Madison Southern, and East Jessamine are all toward the bottom of RPI. So, it's a little bit of a weaker region. Now, as to our region, we've got 3 teams in the top 7. Pulaski County's number 1 in RPI. South is north is 6 and south is 7. So not having to run into Pulaski County again once that RPI gets reseeded, that's a very big advantage. And obviously the home playoff game is a big deal too, because you get to have a home game 2 weeks from now instead of having to go on the road somewhere. But this game had gigantic significance on how far North Laurel was going to make it into the playoffs, because if they had to run back into the buzzsaw that is Pulaski County in the 2nd round, it was not going to be very good for them.
4th and 14 for North Laurel. Going to try a With that, they're bringing on field goal kicker.
It's a good time to
Sawyer Miller.
see what
It's
his
going to be
rank
put
is.
down on the 28-yard line, so it's going to be a 38-yard attempt. And it's going to be up and just shy, and that's all right. That don't hurt you.
No big deal.
No.
And you learn what Sawyer can do. Well, for us, we certainly learned what he could do. Probably going to have to be inside the 20 if he's to take a field goal there. But he's just a kid, just a young kid, and I don't know how long he's been kicking because he's only been kicking for 2 weeks for us. So hey, the sky's the limit for him while Cam's out.
54.6 seconds, 21-3, North Laurel over South Laurel. Ball on the 20-yard line. Hey, don't give them anything long.
Nope, nothing long, and keep it all in front of him and make good tackles.
Griffin dropping back and looking to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket. Got flags flying. It's complete down to 25-yard line, so that's more than likely going to be holding against South Laurel. Penalties have really, really broke South's back tonight.
They sure have. Yeah, that's very true. They've been in a lot of holes tonight. And the sacks. I mean, the sacks here in the second half have absolutely decimated South Laurel. They've eviscerated them. They've not had a lot of positive momentum because of the sacks that Griffin's having to take.
And it is holding against South Laurel. Back it up 10, all the way to the 10-yard line, brings up 1st and 20.
And they're having such a hard time doing anything against the defensive line for North Laurel that they have to hold. They have no choice.
45 seconds left. 2 receivers left and right. Griffin calls for it. Dropping back, looking fat pass. He's been flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it, and he's going to run. He's out to the 15, the 20. Jumps one player, and he gets leveled out of bounds, and we're going to have a personal foul right there against North Laurel. I'll tell you what, Griffin took a shot.
Yeah, he
right
did.
there.
And that was late and out of bounds. And
yeah, and you want to hit somebody, but come on.
Yeah, not when
be smart.
Yeah, not at this point in the game.
You've got 34.9 seconds left. You don't need that.
The results kind of decide this. Probably.
You don't want the game to end like this.
No. I don't want to. You wouldn't want South Laurel to think that we're out here trying to intentionally hurt their players. That ain't part. That ain't the game. You don't want to do that.
We got 2 flags. We know it's going to be a personal foul, late hit on North Laurel, but we had a flag before that, which possibly was holding on South Laurel.
Okay, there you go.
So we'll see what happens here. So it's going to be holding against South Laurel, and then they'll march it off. Personal foul against North Laurel. Illegal block in the back against South.
That was very funny to watch the players kind of follow the referees. He marched it back.
Maddox Warren in at quarterback for South Laurel.
There's just a herd following the referee back where he started and then followed him all the way back to where it's at.
Warren takes the snap. No, a direct snap to Dow. Right up the middle and out to the 30. And it's going to be just short of the first down. And they're going to say first down, move the chains. Timeout, South Laurel with 20.5 seconds left.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know why they called that timeout because the result has been decided. They are not going to score 18 points in the next 20 seconds. That's feel like they're taunting us, man. Why are you calling that timeout? You could have let the clock go and let it be that. But
we'll take a second to thank all of our sponsors. Got EC Porters, London Power Equipment, Kentucky Farm Bureau agent Jimmy Storm, Second Mile Behavioral Health, Excel Physical Therapy, and John Root, and also Fat Butts Barbecue. Coming up next week, we'll be right back here for senior night as the Jaguars will take on the Wayne County Cardinals. Also, we'll have elementary school basketball on Tuesday and Thursday night next week.
Oh, yeah. Yeehaw. Well,
Warren set to take the snap. Dropping back, looking to pass. It's complete. Out to Dow, and he's going to be taken down for about a 3-yard loss.
let's call no timeout, South Laurel. Call it.
Now they're going to let the clock run with 7 seconds. And that's going to do it. North Laurel wins the first priority bowl over the South Laurel Cardinals. And I'll tell you, North Laurel just came out and took care of business tonight.
They absolutely did, Joe.
Highly impressed with North Laurel's defense tonight. You know, they've been good all year, but tonight it was just an exceptional game.
Yeah, and that every part of their game looked awesome tonight. It was just exceptional. And, man, you couldn't have dreamed up a better first priority bowl for North Laurel. Not only do you have your rivals in town and you want to beat them, but you also have the gigantic playoff implications that are a part of this game. And North Laurel came out here and accomplished what they needed to, won this game, put themselves in a really good spot to make it and be one of the final 8 teams in Kentucky in the playoffs.
Absolutely. Just tremendous ball game by North Laurel. You know, we played this kind of game last week. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
But we did not play this type of game last week.
We couldn't get the pressure on Anderson like we did Griffin. That was the difference maker in this game tonight.
Pulaski County's offensive line did a tremendous job against our defensive line because we're good on that defensive side.
And they were getting the ball out quick, too. That's something Pulaski County. That's a credit to them. That's something beyond your offensive line being good. If you're getting the ball out very quickly and to spots fast, it don't matter how good your defensive line is if they're getting the ball out in a second. Now, South Laurel, they were hanging on to it a lot tonight. And Griffin, he would have it for 2 or 3 seconds there in the pocket. That's a big part of why they were able to sack you. And their offensive line struggling, too.
And North Laurel holds South Laurel to the lowest point total of the season, 3 points.
Yeah, and I'm sure they didn't have many passing yards either. I mean, they could not have been too many.
No, because
he's averaging about 250 a game or something around there. And I would say he didn't have more than 100.
269 yards a game,
269.
and they were nowhere close to that.
Nowhere close to that at all. Yep. And that ain't, it's your coverage does good, but that is your defensive line. The defensive line gave their defensive backfield an opportunity to make a lot of these big plays tonight. Those 2 big interceptions, both forced by Griffin, get pressure put on him by Reese Sutton, Gage Baker, and Kingston Reeves.
All right, they're getting ready for the trophy presentation of the first priority bowl. I'll tell you that this is really good. First priority putting on this game between North and South, back and forth each year. They do a great job. They do a lot for Laurel County.
Yeah, and they do. It's a good thing. First priority, in the schools and teaching youth about Lord and stuff. That's a very good thing. And it's cool to see both these teams being real good too.
All right, that's going to do it from North Laurel High School. North Laurel comes away with a big victory over South Laurel, 21-3. For my partners, Adam Webb, Jared Wilson, I'm Joel Pritchard. Everyone, thanks for listening. We'll be back right here next Friday night. That's the North Laurel Jaguars will take on Wayne County.
Thursday night.
Halloween is
Friday night.
That's correct. They moved it to Thursday night. So next Thursday night, we'll be right back here in the jungle for North Laurel and Wayne County. Everyone have a great night.
You've been listening to North Laurel Football on your home for North Laurel Athletics. WJTE, the Light of London, and North Laurel Nation on Facebook and YouTube. Presented by London Power Equipment, Kentucky Farm Bureau Agent Jimmy Storm, AC Porter IGA, Second Mile Behavioral Health, XL Physical Therapy, Laurel County Sheriff John Root, plus Gondolier Italian Restaurant, Petrie Dental Services, Heaven's Hour on your radio, and Fat Butts Barbecue. Thank you for joining us. Until we meet again on the Jaguar Broadcasting Network.